the insane cost of combine maintenance. We bought this combine 4 years ago for $100,000, and over the last 4 years, we have spent over $100,000 in maintenance on this machine. Now, some of you probably hear that number and think, there's no way, it doesn't make sense. How can you make money farming, spending that much on your equipment when it's only worth that much? And for me, it makes a lot of sense, and I want to help you understand how it does and how it affects so many different things. We spent $45,000 on this combine last year, which is crazy. It's a huge number, but I would do it again in a heartbeat because it was totally worth it, especially seeing how it performed in the field last year. An average number, you're probably looking at $25,000 a year for this machine, and spending $100,000 or 50 grand in 1 year, those all sound like huge numbers. But when you break it down, an average lifetime cost per acre on this 595R for us has been $8.50, which really isn't bad at all. You can't just buy a combine and say it's good, it'll always run at this capacity no matter what. There are certain things throughout the life of a machine like this that they wear out, they become less efficient, your chopper knives get dull, takes more horsepower to run the same amount of material, or you can't even get there because it's not doing a good job. Doing these expensive jobs is critical to maintaining the factory capacity, but if you have to do something big like internals, you can upgrade them at the same time, and then you can get a bit more capacity out of it, which is worth a lot. Spending the money, doing the work, that can be hard, but like we witnessed this year, it really does pay off to do all this maintenance in the off season and then just be able to run in the field. And maybe between upgrading internals and just running the combine more consistently, you can get a lot of capacity out of them, and then maybe you're able to drop a machine from your harvest lineup, costs you less labor, takes you less time to fix it in the off season, and you get the same amount or more out of two bigger machines, which is what we saw when we went from 3 older TR96s or 99s to big Claws 595s, which was a huge gain, and the maintenance is there to support it, as these are still pretty old machines. So let's talk numbers, because that's fun. So last year we redid the internals on that machine. We put a Sunnybrook setup in it. We did a concave cylinder and impeller. And that kit, for just the parts alone, not installing labor, was $19,000, which is a huge cost. This belt here, and there's a couple other belts that, I mean, you can get a $700 to $1,000 belt on this machine very easily. There is a sensor underneath the combine that controls the 3D sieve and a few other things that we had to replace on that machine. And new from Claws, it is a $4,500 sensor, which is nuts. Every year I go through this thing, top to bottom, check everything. That feeder house, to rebuild it, you're easily at $10,000 depending how aggressive you get. The cost of having this is very expensive, and a lot of the numbers that I've been talking about, like 50 grand last year, well, 45,000 last year on that machine, or 100,000 plus over the lifetime, sounds like a lot in dollars, but when you break it down in a cost per acre, it's pretty cost effective, and that's why we try to spread these two machines over a lot of acres. Downtime is a huge expense on machines like this that are harder to realize because it comes off of what you could be making instead of directly, hey, it cost me this much to maintain it every year. You can do combine maintenance for cheap, but it will always cost you in the long run, and it's just not worth it. So the first year of owning this combine, I went through it, deep dive, spun all the bearings, belts, shafts. I do that every year. We changed 50 bearings, I think, that year, and average every year I'd probably change around 10 bearings. There's so many moving parts, they just want to break. That's kind of the inherent nature of a combine. So staying on top of it helps a ton. So all that being said, it makes it sound like owning an older combine is quite expensive. So why wouldn't I just get new combines? And we kind of talked about upgrading combines earlier and why we did it with the certain ones we were running and what we have now. But let's talk about this versus a new combine like this. So if I was to go out and buy a combine, you're looking at $1 million, just a combine. Whereas you could buy this for $100,000, which is 10% of the cost. And compared to a new combine, you're getting 85% of the capacity in most situations. So what you get is very small versus what you're paying for. And the nice thing about new equipment and why it makes sense for certain farms is that your costs are fixed. You buy the combine, it's on a lease, or you have a loan on it. You know what your cost is going to be every year. You have warranty. You don't have to worry about fixing it. The dealer takes care of all of that. I mean, you're still going to have some basic maintenance costs of filters and oils and all that, which a couple grand a year, not a big deal. But just the incredible cost difference isn't worth it. And we had actually talked about this year adding a third combine, or maybe we go buy not new, but two bigger, newer combines to replace these. And we were running the numbers, checking it out. To replace these with the newer, bigger model that's still used, for combine and header, we'd be into two combines for $1.5 million, which you gain 25% capacity out of your whole operation, or 50%. You go from having two of these to like you had 2.5 of these if you bought the two bigger new ones. 25% per machine. Now, $1.5 million versus our combine setup being $250,000, or we could add another machine and get more capacity for a total of $350,000, something like that. Which also right there, again, that's a huge number difference, and it just doesn't really make sense to go new for most farms. It's hard to justify that amount of cash being tied up. It really is a cash flow problem. But you also have to factor in depreciation on a new machine, because these machines are old. They're not depreciating quickly. It's like very cheap per hour, a couple bucks. Whereas, there's some X9s that are taking $1,000 hits every hour they run, which is a huge amount of money on top of your big payment that you're losing running newer equipment, which is a huge cost as well. And that's why combines, you have to really know your numbers and what you're looking to get out of them, and they can chew up a lot of money pretty quickly. The cost of your payment, depreciation, and interest on $1 million machine is so much that I can spend quite a bit of money on these paid off combines every year to keep them performing well. And as long as I'm willing to do a little bit of work and maybe spend a bit more time in the seat, we can accomplish what you could accomplish with two brand new machines fairly well. Everyone knows that farming isn't cheap, and it's the price you gotta pay to be in this industry. Combines is probably one of the more expensive things on the equipment side of things in farming, and you can do it a few different ways. You can go old, which is cheap, and light on maintenance, which is easy and cheap, but your cost is in downtime, worse quality grain, lost money on marketing because you didn't hit contracts when they needed to be, that sort of thing. Or you can go new and not worry about maintenance. You got your interest, payments, and depreciation. You get a lot done. You can sell your grain in better condition. You can get it off sooner. All those sort of things. And your cost is up front and owning the machine. Or kind of what we've done is, I think with machines and equipment in general, there is a sweet spot you can find where equipment got really big, there was a lot of progress, and from there it slowed down, and there's been things added on like emissions that make things more expensive and tend to break, which is these machines, pre-emissions, big combines. The cost for us is maintenance. It's very expensive, things wear out, but we spend the money because it is I think, the best place to put your money for owning these machines. But hey, everyone knows this for sure. Combines like to break. There's a million bearings, tons of moving parts, and it's just going to be expensive to own them. That's really all there is to it.